For the first time since his election, Pope Leo XIV addressed the global media, marking a significant moment in his early papacy. Speaking before more than 1,000 journalists gathered in the Paul VI Hall on May 12, the new pontiff, formerly Cardinal Robert Francis Prevost, delivered a heartfelt message emphasizing the vital role of journalists in today's world. His words, reported by the New York Times, focused on defending press freedom, promoting truthful communication, and advocating for peace in times of conflict. "You are at the forefront of reporting on conflicts and aspirations for peace, on situations of injustice and poverty, and on the silent work of so many striving to create a better world," Pope Leo stated. He urged the media to consciously choose communication that fosters peace, rejecting inflammatory rhetoric and divisive narratives. "We must say no to the war of words and images," he said firmly, calling on journalists to become ambassadors of truth and dialogue. Recognizing the challenges faced by reporters, especially those detained or silenced for their work, Pope Leo underlined the necessity of safeguarding free speech. "Only informed individuals can make free choices," he reminded the audience, reiterating the press's responsibility to provide accurate information. Citing France 24, he added, "We do not need loud, forceful communication but rather communication that is capable of listening and gathering the voices of the weak who have no voice." Since his election on May 8, Pope Leo has maintained a demanding schedule, reflecting his dedication to his new role. On May 11, he led the Regina Coeli prayer from St. Peter's Basilica, addressing thousands of faithful. This traditional prayer, recited between Easter and Pentecost, was an opportunity for the new pope to connect with believers and emphasize themes of hope and renewal. Only a day after his election, on May 9, Pope Leo celebrated his first Mass as pontiff in the Sistine Chapel, joined by over 130 cardinals. The solemn ceremony began with Pope Leo kissing the altar, offering incense and leading prayers of repentance. In his homily, he spoke of the immense responsibility placed upon him, vowing to be a faithful administrator, and expressing his mission to dispel the dark nights of this world. "The ministry of Peter is a cross to carry, but also a blessing," he said. "I know I can rely on each and every one of you to walk with me as we continue as a church, as a community of friends of Jesus, as believers, to announce the good news, to announce the gospel." Pope Leo also addressed the need for the church to reach out to a world often seduced by technology, wealth, power, and superficial success. His message was clear: the church must remain present, compassionate, and focused on those who suffer and feel forgotten. In his first address to the world as Pope, Pope Leo expressed deep gratitude to his former diocese in Chiclayo, Peru, to his fellow cardinals for their trust, and to the late Pope Francis, who appointed him as cardinal in 2023. Standing on the central balcony of St. Peter's Basilica, his first words were simple yet profound: "Peace be with you all." Throughout his speech, Pope Leo returned to themes of unity, charity, and a church that walks together with its people. "We must be a synodal church," he emphasized. "A church that always seeks peace, always seeks charity, always tries to be close, especially to those who suffer." As Pope Leo XIV begins his pontificate, his vision for the church is already taking shape. A vision rooted in humility, service, and a relentless pursuit of peace and justice through truthful and compassionate communication.